There's been so much talk lately about inter-Korean ties and Pyongyang's dialogue stalemate with the US that we need to be careful not to overlook another very important relationship for the North, its relations with China. According to a US think tank recently, North Korea's economically dependent on China but views their relationship as fundamentally distrustful. Their unique relationship, as the Wilson Center puts it, isn't just seen as a source of interest in Washington, but a major factor influencing whether the North will denuclearize. The Wilson Center's view is that China would prefer the de-Americanization of the Korean-peninsula rather than its denuclearization, and that Beijing would see regime change in the North as a risk because it could promote stronger American influence. So if the US and South Korea can't rely on Beijing's help to bring about denuclearization, how does Pyongyang view China? Are they really as close as lips and teeth, as the old saying goes? The Wilson Center's claim that the North feels distrust is based on both its ideology of self-reliance, or juche, and its memory of historical events, such as the 1930s massacre of Koreans by China in the name of purging pro-Japanese spies. But of course, we also know that China fought on the North side during the Korean War, and their alliance, backed by economic support during North Korea's years of hardship since then, is no small deal. While exports from China to North Korea have plummeted during the pandemic, they did start to rise again in June and July, and North Korea is seen to be preparing to soon resume land-based trade, which makes up the bulk of it. As for trust, this is a direct quote from leader Kim-Jong-un on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of a friendship treaty between North Korea and China. Despite the unprecedentedly complicated international situation in recent years, the comradely trust and militant friendship between the DPRK and China gets stronger day by day. If that complicated situation includes the North's willingness to engage in first ever summits with the US, it looks like renewed dialogue with Washington's off the table for now. This idea is backed by the North state media, aimed at its own people, as the Norong Shinmun newspaper recently carried an editorial calling bilateral cooperation with China a powerful weapon against imperialists and in defending socialism. And though there may have been minor spats over the years since Kim Jong-un took power, as suggested for instance by the 2015 cancellation of a performance by the North's Moranbong band in China, that doesn't seem to be the case now. Kim's offered other recent indications, from vowing to raise their friendship to a new strategic point as required by the Times, to expressing support for China's flood recovery efforts this summer, even as the North has been struggling with its own food crisis. Kim was rewarded with a letter from Chinese President Xi Jinping pledging to defend, consolidate, and develop relations. If trust is lacking, it may be compensated for by Pyongyang and Beijing sharing common interests and a common adversary in the United States.